If you knew your life could look completely different in just a few months, would you still live today the same way? Because right now, while most people are waiting for motivation to strike, a few are quietly rebuilding themselves from the inside out. And by the time this year ends, they'll be unrecognizable. This video isn't about hype. It's about habits that actually change who you are. The kind of habits that build peace where chaos used to live, discipline where excuses used to win, and direction where confusion once ruled. So if you're tired of waiting for a new year, new me, this is your sign to begin now. Before 2025 ends, your transformation can begin here. Habit 1. The 10-minute morning takeover. Most people start their mornings by giving their peace away. The alarm goes off, and instantly they reach for the phone. Messages, headlines, notifications. The brain is hijacked before the day even begins. But what if, instead, you took the first 10 minutes for yourself? 10 quiet, tech-free minutes. No scrolling, no reacting. Just you, breathing, thinking, asking one simple question. What actually matters today? That pause changes everything. It grounds you, resets your focus, and tells your mind you're in control. Neuroscience shows that starting your morning without immediate digital stimulation reduces anxiety and improves attention span throughout the day. Those 10 minutes become your foundation. They remind you that the day doesn't control you, you control the day. Habit 2. The 2-minute momentum rule. Motivation is unreliable. Momentum is everything. When you don't feel like working out, cleaning, studying, or starting that project, promise yourself you'll do it for 2 minutes. Just 2. Put on your shoes, do 1 push-up, open the book. Because the hardest part of anything is the beginning. Once you move, your brain releases dopamine, a chemical nudge that says, keep going. Those 2 minutes often snowball into 20, and 20 minutes, repeated daily, becomes progress that compounds quietly. You don't need to conquer the mountain today, just take the first 2 steps. Habit 3, prayer or meditation. The inner reset. We live in an age of constant noise, opinions, headlines, comparisons, chaos. Most people never stop long enough to hear their own thoughts. That's where prayer or meditation comes in. It's not about religion or rules, it's about reconnection. Spend 5 minutes a day in silence. Pray, meditate, breathe, whatever centers you. That stillness realigns your nervous system, lowers cortisol, and clears mental clutter. It strengthens focus, emotional control, and gratitude. It's like lifting weights for your soul. Each quiet session trains your mind to respond, not react. Peace becomes a habit. When the world feels heavy, stillness is your anchor. Habit 4. The digital sunset. If the first 10 minutes of your morning define your focus, the last hour before bed defines your recovery. Most people scroll until their brain feels like static. The blue light tricks the body into staying awake, robbing sleep and energy. Instead, set a digital sunset. Choose a cutoff time, maybe 10 p.m., and power down every screen. Replace scrolling with something real, reading, journaling, stretching, or quiet reflection. Within days, you'll sleep deeper, dream clearer, and wake with energy you forgot you had. 1 digital sunset won't transform your life, but 100 in a row absolutely will. Habit 5. The weekly reset. Most people drift through weeks on autopilot. They survive Mondays, tolerate Wednesdays, and collapse by Friday. But growth demands awareness. Once a week, pick a quiet moment, maybe Sunday evening, and run a weekly reset. Grab a notebook and ask yourself 3 questions. What went well this week? What didn't? What are my top 3 priorities for next week? That reflection recalibrates your direction. It's a mental refresh button. When you track what's working, patterns emerge. You stop repeating mistakes and start refining your strategy. After a few months, your weeks stop blurring together. They start building on each other, step by step, like chapters in a book you're finally authoring yourself. Habit 6. Curate your circle. Look around you. Who do you spend the most time with? Because whether you realize it or not, you're absorbing their mindset. Your brain mirrors the behavior of the people closest to you, their discipline, their fears, their energy. If your circle is full of complainers, you'll complain. If it's full of doers, you'll do. Protect your environment like your future depends on it, because it does. Limit conversations that drain you. Seek out voices that challenge and uplift you. Balance every negative interaction with 5 positive ones. Listen to someone who inspires. Read something that teaches. Spend time with people who remind you who you could become. Your circle is a mirror of your standards. Upgrade one, and the other rises with it. Habit 7. Gratitude anchors. Your brain has a built-in negativity bias. It remembers insults longer than compliments, problems longer than peace. Gratitude rewires that pattern. Every night before sleep, write down 3 small things you're thankful for. They don't need to be grand. A kind word, a good meal, a moment of laughter. When you do this consistently, your perspective shifts. You begin to notice beauty where you used to see boredom. You see progress instead of pressure. Gratitude isn't ignoring struggle, it's reclaiming control of focus. Those nightly reflections teach your brain to search for what's right, and the more it finds, the more happiness it creates. You don't chase joy anymore, you build it. Habit 8. The 20-minute learning rule. Time is the most common excuse and the weakest one. People say they don't have time to learn, then spend hours scrolling through videos that add nothing to their future. Replace 20 of those minutes with learning. A book, a podcast, a course, anything that feeds your growth. 20 minutes a day equals 120 hours a year. Enough to learn a skill that changes your career, income, or confidence. Consistency beats intensity. It's not about reading 10 books in January. It's about reading 10 minutes every day until it becomes part of who you are. Every page compounds, every lesson stacks. And one day someone will call you lucky, not realizing you built your luck 20 minutes at a time. Habit 9. Silence is the new flex. We live surrounded by noise, notifications, opinions, content. But true power lives in silence. Take 10 minutes in the morning or at night to sit without distraction. No music, no phone, just breathing and awareness. At first it feels uncomfortable, but in that quiet, your thoughts organize themselves. Ideas appear, emotions settle, perspective returns. Silence sharpens creativity and self-control. It reminds you that peace isn't something you chase. It's something you create by listening inward. In a world that never stops talking, silence becomes your advantage. Now tell me, which one will you start today? Drop it in the comments below. Your words might inspire someone else to start theirs too, because one spark, one simple habit, can light up an entire year.